Hey everyone, I'm Scott Marthaler. Today, I just wanted to give everybody an update on where we are with the Rooftops of America series and what things are going to look like going forward. Since April of 2016, when I first started this whole thing, we have now filmed 29 episodes, with 22 of those being State High Point episodes filmed on location around the country. Views and subscriptions on the YouTube channel have continued to increase and they're picking up speed, which is awesome. What I've learned in those 2 years since we started is that this has basically become a full-time job on top of my actual full-time job. And frankly, it's been awesome. It's been really cool. Before we go any further, let me first say thanks to everyone who has contributed either time to make an episode or financially through the GoFundMe campaign. Your support has continued to allow me to make this series. And if you want to contribute in the future, there's a link in the episode description below. The reason though, one of the things I want to talk about today though is I've realized there are a couple challenges that I need to address and I wanted to share with you as the series moves forward. Up to this point, Rooftops of America has followed basically a seasonal format. By that I mean a new season starts. There's episodes every other week for like 4 months. We take a 3-month break, then boom, another season starts. Now, what I have found over the time of doing it is that's been all right for a production standpoint. During the break period, I'm able to do some of really focus on more of the background stuff that needs to happen. But it hasn't been the best for necessarily growing the audience. So that's sort of the first challenge I want to address. The second challenge is the series has to now consider the reality that is the Western United States. Up to this point, we've only filmed one peak out there, and that's Humphreys Peak in Arizona. And we learned a lot from that. The peaks out there are significantly more demanding, both physically and production-wise. These are multi-day shoots. Some have very distinct climbing windows. Some require technical skills. Bottom line, more time will be needed to produce actually fewer episodes. I can't do what I've done in the past where I've ran off for a long weekend and film 2 or 3 episodes over the course of like 4 days. That just isn't going to happen out west. So that is the challenge that we need to address. So knowing this, what does that actually mean for you, people who are watching Rooftops of America? Well, the quick answer is you're going to see more content that you get to enjoy. And the more in-depth answer, there's a couple pieces to it that will explain how we're going to do that. So the primary goal of the series is actually not going to change. We're still doing 50 state high points and 6 territory high points. That will always be the primary focus of Rooftops of America. But I'm going to add to that now, and I want to start exploring other peaks and hills in the country that might have some historical or geographical or geological or cultural significance that I think would be worth your time. I'm also going to start bringing more episodes related to the sport and community of high pointing. Now, those might take the form of interviews, collaborations with other members, questions and answer sessions, things of that nature. And you'll see those peppered through either before or after seasons, or maybe even occasionally in the middle of a season. End result, more diverse content for you to enjoy. Finally, the last change is going to be to the release schedule itself. Now, I'm planning on keeping the seasonal format, but there won't be any more breaks between seasons. Instead, you're going to find those episodes I just described earlier. What you will also notice, and this is probably the biggest change, is content will be continuous, but it's going to be at a slightly slower pace. You can expect a minimum one episode every month, starting in April. If this works, it should provide a couple benefits. For starters, it's going to give me more time to tackle those western peaks. Also, I'm expecting it'll grow the audience more, and allows me to get more in depth with a sport and community that I really enjoy. Now I want to hear from you. Is this a good plan? Do you have any recommendations that you would do to improve it? And, finally, are there episodes that you want to see on Rooftops of America? If there are, let me know in the comments below. I'm Scott Marthaler. Thanks for joining me on another episode of Rooftops of America. I'll see you soon.